I am very excited for this video, and it's also a little bit out of my comfort zone because I gave myself 1 week to create a short film using the newly released Canon camera, the EOS C50. So that means that I have 5 days to prep, to shoot and to edit my short film, and by the end of this video you're gonna see how I pulled it off. But let's get a couple things straight. I am a photographer, I am not a filmmaker. But I will say I'm getting more and more into the world of video, and that's why I want to challenge myself. So you're gonna see this video from a semi-beginner's perspective, so let's dive into it. Alright. Welcome to day 1. Today is all about preparation and storyboarding, and that's why I've got my laptop right here. I think when it comes to a short film that preparation is key, because this way I can stress less. So I found an awesome model. Her name is Tash. She is always down to do random stuff, some crazy shoots. So she is the perfect fit for this video. And besides, she also drives a really awesome car, and it's her baby. So that's why I would love to capture both of them in this video. I have a list of locations that I think are so awesome and so cinematic. So it's just gonna be a treat to film at every single one. And I created a storyboard. This way we can visualize it for the model, and it makes it a bit easier for me as well. And I think it'd be cool to capture her creating memories with this car until her car breaks down and we have to go to a scrapyard and she has to say goodbye. But then the shot follows with a completely new car. It's almost like nothing changed, because really it is all about the memories and not about the car. I know it sounds very cheesy, but you have to trust me here. So I think I'm just gonna refine this a little bit more. Okay, here we are, day number 2, and I'm about to pack my camera bag. So let's start with the most important thing, and that is the Canon C50. And as you can see, it's very compact. This is a very lightweight camera for a cinema camera, if you ask me. So the C50 can film up to 7K, 60 frames per second, but for my short film, I'm gonna film it in 4K. But I did have a play around with filming 7K because I made a couple videos using open gate. This essentially means that you're using all of your sensor to capture a video. So when you want to crop the video in vertical or horizontal, the video quality will still be chef's kiss, which is for me really convenient because I can make a reel and a YouTube video at the same time. So since I'm gonna film 4K, I can also film 120 frames per second. So we're definitely gonna make use of that as well. And we're gonna need this one as well. This is an ND filter. And especially when we're shooting during the daytime and I wanna keep my aperture pretty low, this is gonna be our lifesaver. Now, when it comes to the lenses I'm gonna use, I'll just run you through those whilst we're shooting. For now, I'm gonna have a good night's sleep, so I'm all fresh for tomorrow, because that's when we'll start recording our first day. Day 3. Speaking of, she literally just rocked up. Hello, good to see you. When it comes to audio, I'm gonna use my shotgun mic, just because, you know, if she's shifting gears or doing her indicator, stuff like that, I can at least use that audio in my video. We'll both jump in your car and then just do a drive around the neighborhood. Just then I was filming with the 15-35, but I switched it to my 24-105, a much bigger lens, because I think it could be cool in this short film to switch between wider angles and compressed shots as well. I will say I'm a little bit car sick, but I think we got all the shots that I wanted. At the moment, I think it's 7 o'clock. We have half an hour until the sun is gone, and let's wait till it's a little bit darker, play with some lighting, because I think that would be really cool as well, to try and light up the car from the inside out. And for that, I'm going to be using the 85mm f1.4. This is also a new lens Canon just released, and this is also my first time using it. And I've just attached a polarizing filter to cut through the glass. And then we move on to the last location, which is, I think, my favorite one from today. I am just quickly jumping in here because I wanted to touch on something that was very important during the creation of this short film, and that is the base ISOs of the C50. Now I will say, until maybe a year ago, I did not know what base ISO was. But a base ISO basically is the sweet spot of your camera when it comes to image quality. It is the lowest ISO setting in which your sensor creates the most dynamic range with the least amount of noise. So for my daytime shots, I was shooting in 800, and for my nighttime shots at 6400, and this really gave me more clean shadows and more detail in my highlights and less noise overall. We got it here. Let's get some ice cream. Okay, 2 scoops, and then with the sorbet, which ones were they? Strawberry and...
Maybe like passion fruit and raspberry, that would be
yeah.
like yellow and pink, that would be nice together.
Nice, thank you. Yeah, walk up to me. Yes, stop. Okay, so that's a wrap for day 3, first day of recording, and it all went really smooth. I'm just super excited for tomorrow. I've got all the shots I wanted for today. That's a wrap for day 3. Here we are, day number 4. This is also the last day of recording. We have a couple more shots to take to pull the story together, and now we're at a Wreckers. Or at least I thought it was going to be a Wreckers. It's actually deserted. So we have to find a different location, but we're going to make it work. So let's dive into it. I use the handle usually when I try and pan towards my subject, and this gives me an extra bit of stabilization. Actually has a very special button, and that is the record button on the top. Honestly, I feel like sometimes at shoots stuff happens for a reason, because the previous location wasn't really working out as a car wrecker's yard, but I came across this spot on Google Maps and it's even better. So since I want that the short film looks like it's on multiple days, Tash has her whole trunk full of outfits. So I think we've already shot 4 different outfits in this whole short film. That's actually really cool. I really like that shot. Let's do it one more time. So I'm thinking to give this place a bit more atmosphere, let's spray some water in the air. Tash has never used a car wash before with this spray thing. She always just washes her car at home. So I feel honored. I feel honored. It's a wrap for both days. And I really wanted to ask, how did you think we went?
Amazing, as always, man. I am very excited to see how these ones turn out here. It's going to be really good.
Yay. Thank you so much for your help. That was a lot of fun. We got it.
It's always fun.
And here we are back in my studio. It is time to edit the short film, and I have so much footage to work with. I have to say I already made a start on it, so let's just run through it. This is my laptop, let's get into it. So I started off by chopping up all of the footage and creating a storyline, and the storyboard really helped with that. Then something I personally love to do is diving straight into the color grading, because this way it gives the video a bit more body, a bit more atmosphere, and I can envision the story a bit better as well. So I decided to go for a greenish undertone in my footage for that cinematic feel, and I also added a bit of grain on top as well. And of course, with this short film, a film gate could not miss. It makes the biggest difference. It just makes the short film look like an actual movie. And I decided to use an AI generated voiceover, and of course I had to chuck in some yellow subtitles, and I used this font. Then I found the perfect song and I added in a bunch of sound effects as well, especially when I'm filming 120 frames per second. It's not recording audio, so I had to fill up these gaps with some sound effects. I'm so happy with how the short film turned out, so let's have a look.
You never think about it while it's happening. The best drives of your life. Music loud. Windows down. Life feels endless. Every good day seemed to start right here. She wasn't perfect, but she was mine. Until one day, it wasn't. But I guess cars change. But the stories keep going.
And here we are, this is the end of the video, and I would love to hear your thoughts on my short film. I had a lot of fun creating this one, and I also wanted to let you know that if you have any further questions about the C50, then please just ask them down below. And thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll see you at a next video.